Hello, welcome to OTH News. I'm Jay. We have an exciting lineup of stories today, from talking with our teachers who are also bus drivers to an exclusive interview with our theater crew. OTH News starts now. This Friday is senior night as Chapel Hill takes on Pine Tree. Please come to celebrate our seniors and their accomplishments starting at 6:30 p.m. This weekend, the Chapel Hill Theater students will perform Romeo and Juliet. OTH has an exclusive look into the production.
In anticipation for our theater's upcoming production of Romeo and Juliet, we have interviewed a few people involved in the play to shed light on the process and work that goes into producing a show.
So when I choose a play for students to perform, I usually try to think, first of all, just of who I have after the audition process and who showed up and that sort of stuff, and go from there and see where I can kind of fill in the roles. But a lot of times, at the end of the day, it's just shows that I'm passionate about, shows that I care about, and shows that I think are really going to challenge the students.
Many people tend to overlook the work put in behind the scenes to make sure that a play runs smoothly. Costumes must be made, sets and props must be built, and sounds and lights need to be programmed.
As a light technician, my job is to illuminate the lighters, make sure their faces are seen, but I also use colors in the backdrop and as well as on the stage to show emotions. So my process for this is I see which side the actors are on. If they're on stage right or stage left, I would turn on my lights to illuminate their face. If it's a sad scene, I would use blue colors, angry scene, red colors. And that's pretty much it. It mostly depends on the context of the scene and what's needed.
And now, an actor's feelings about the upcoming show.
I feel really excited. We worked really hard on this play, and I'm really proud of our theater program. We worked really hard. We did fight scenes, and I hope a lot of people can go because it's an amazing play. So I'm really happy we got the opportunity to do it, and I hope as much people can see it.
With a nationwide shortage of bus drivers, many teachers are filling those roles. OTH would like to thank and speak up about the teachers who are stepping up to fill that role.
Ms. Jackson is overall a very well bus driver. She is very rewarding to her well-behaved students. She is very considerate over everybody and their loud behavior, whether it's after school or before school. And she also is very understandable whether the kids are going through situations. She tries to talk to them and see if they have a good day or a bad day overall. But it's overall a very good experience in the bus.
That I get an opportunity to see kids on both sides, which I love the most, because when they get on in the bus, they get to see me first, and I say good morning to them, or I can see how their day possibly is going or how their morning is going and checking in with them. Being a bus driver, it's all about definitely like making sure that the kids are safe, making sure that we're safe. And also, as being a teacher, you're a teacher in the classroom, you also want to make sure that all the kids are safe in the classroom as well too. So when they walk through their door, they know they have a safe place to go. They know that Miss Jackson's gonna take care of them. Even on the bus, they know I'm gonna take care of them. So that's what I love about the most, that both of my thoughts is making sure that they're safe, making sure that they feel comfortable, making sure that I put a smile on their face, because I always tell the kids, make sure that you put a smile on your face, because you never know who's going through anything.
My bus driver is Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, she is very sweet, very considerate, very passionate about her students, very nice, kind. She tries to show you love.
The similarities between being a teacher and a bus driver are, number one, I get an opportunity to make a person smile, learn from that person, keep a child safe, because bus safety is just as important as classroom safety. So those are things that are similar as far as the classroom are concerned. And another thing is that bus is my classroom as well as this classroom is my classroom. Anytime I can invest in students, whether it's taking them home, picking them up from school, as they're getting on the bus, just making them smile and investing in students, I don't think there's either one that I like more. It's just an investment into our future, so I enjoy them both alike. Yeah.
Now let's get our head in the game with an exclusive interview with our coaches and see their before thoughts on the game before taking home the win against Maybank.
On the field. You know, I think it's the family atmosphere. You know, in that locker room, they feel like the team is a family unit. You know, families bicker sometimes, families get into it sometimes, but for the most part, I think the motivation is to go play for their brothers, play hard as they can. And like we tell you all the time, you know, you get 1% better every day. If everybody gets 1% better every day, then as a whole, we're going to get a lot better. You know, and I think, you know, we have good feedback from coaches with our kids and letting them know what they need to work on, what they need to fix, and then, you know, ultimately it's on them to go to work and practice and fix those things, and it'll show up in games. That's the message we preach as coaches. You know, you can't get too high with the highs, you can't get too low with the lows. You know, in the course of a long game, where 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids are playing, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be things that happen on both sides. The other team practices every day for us, just like we practice for them. You know, so when those bad things happen, you know, we preach to y'all to encourage, lift that kid up. He already knows he messed up, made a mistake. He don't need you to tell him. Let the coaches coach, and you be a good teammate. And that's kind of the message we send. And most of the time, that message is received.
That's all we have for today. Tune in next week for another episode of OTH News.